Thank you for joining us today. This is Alex Montrose with Moncord. We have Vincent Humphrey today. Thank you for joining us, man. Appreciate it.
Glad to be here, Alex.
I know.
Glad to be here.
I know you're busy. I mean, we deal with a lot of brokers, and we've been in business for a very, very long time. Not only on the coordination side of it, but just as a broker as well. And the one thing that is interesting is that a lot of the brokers don't really have true legal partnerships, right, with attorneys. There is no true partnership with an attorney.
Wow. We don't bite, I swear.
I know. It's interesting because you would think that,
or if we do, you'll see it. I don't know.
I think depending on in the residential side of of real estate, right, a lot of times the need for an attorney is something that's like, there's a drafting of a document that is external to the actual deal, so it takes more specialization. But to your point, there is a missed opportunity because that partnership or that alignment with attorneys, whether it's in your case family law or anywhere else within there's hundreds of different disciplines within the legal world.
Yeah. Wills, estates, trusts,
all that,
probate.
right?
I mean, we keep going.
You
Bankruptcy.
So, but there's opportunity there to really forge an alliance.
Yes.
And I think a lot of brokers miss out on that. And again, like I said, my statistic is not proven, but in our opinion, it just seems like when we talk to brokers, they don't really have a legal representation on their side or a legal partnership or an alliance that they go to on a regular basis. And I think it's critical and it's missing in the industry, in my opinion.
I've talked to different managing brokers at different real estate firms, and one of the things to know, especially as it relates to family law, is that from a brokerage standpoint, that the triggering events, why somebody needs to sell, why are they looking to relocate, in those particular patterns, a lot of times there's an attorney behind them, right? If they're looking to relocate because of a divorce, well, there may be an opportunity for the house that they are in now, looking at selling that, to finding them a new property, to understanding the market and being able to even guide attorneys, because a lot of times when it comes to what's available or here's my price range, we're going to pick up the phone. We're going to call and say, here's somebody that we have a partnership with or somebody in your area. And I would say that it as an attorney, it's to our benefit to have multiple different sources, because there are some that just want to be in a particular community or in a certain city or in a certain school district, and that may be outside of what the viewers listening to or what they're encountering. They say, I don't actually go that far north or that far south, or I'm not really, I don't want to deal with that particular market area, and that's okay. And understanding that these things happen all the time. And another statistic on the legal side is that most cases in Washington State and King County will get settled out and won't actually go to trial. What does that mean? That means that in Washington State, from the time that you file, there is a waiting period where it takes 3 months. So it takes at least no shorter than 3 months before anything can actually be finalized. So some cases will actually get worked out in that time. And that is an amazing opportunity for a broker to say, look, this needs to close. They're wanting to move forward, and they want to get this done ASAP. And there's others, that litigate, and it goes on further than that. But somewhere along the line, most cases are getting worked out. It is a rarity for those to actually go all the way through some sort of trial. Now, there's other things that can happen in the interim, but in general, most cases are going to get worked out. And so even from a brokerage standpoint that says, you know what, I can't invest in an attorney, I can't really do that, you're just missing out.
No, it's interesting. And I know we've known each other for many years. You're a good friend of mine, and also I lean on you when there's legal counsel and so forth.
We just did breakfast.
We just did. So I think with regards to the audience, and what are some things that you can offer up to the audience, and maybe a value add that they can maybe think about, kind of toss around and throw the idea out of, if they don't have a partnership today with an attorney, doesn't mean that, whether they're going through something or not, but just having somebody that they can reach out to and get to know and get to grow with. Is that something that, you want to offer up as, an extension of, Moncord and our team of saying, hey, I'm free to help you and support you and anything else you want to offer up, I guess.
Yeah, thank you for that. I would say, unequivocally, yes. And I think one of the first things that we could do, at least as an offering, is just to have that introduction.
Right.
And just talk. I mean, right now, in viewing this, you don't know me, I don't know you.
Right.
However, I'd be more than happy to speak with you on the phone. We can set something up. I'm sure our information is out there so you can look at it. But having that first conversation and understanding how we might be able to support each other. Well, what is your demographic? What is it that you're looking for? That's kind of the first thing. I think it starts with just a conversation to see if we're even the right fit for you, and maybe you're the right fit for us, or maybe not. But at least opening up that door and opening up that channel of communication to see that
And building that network.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, it's the network. I
Absolutely.
think that sometimes a lot of folks miss out on is that it's not about the immediate need, but it's who do you know in the network, and that you can build a bond with and grow with each other, right? And respectively in your own businesses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because when, as a broker, somebody calls and says, hey, I'm going through this situation, it's
Right.
good to know, hey, I know somebody that
Exactly.
you can speak to.
Exactly.
And that's something that our firm does anywhere between 15 minutes to a half hour for free. So maybe you're listening to this and you say, yeah, I've got somebody going through kind of a nasty divorce, or maybe it started off nice and I thought this was going to be an easy transaction, and now there's all these questions about rights. I don't know how long this is going to take to actually close out. I'm trying to get on to my next deal. Let us do our job.
Right.
Let us talk to the client. Maybe we can bridge that gap or fill in whatever chasm lies there in order to help propel you, the broker, as well as the client. That would be for us, into their next journey. So those are I would say the next kind of two things. And then if it is a good symbiotic fit, then we can go into there's information that we have. We've got blog materials that we'd be more than happy to share that could be curated on the site, so that way that could be value add for the potential broker to their client, right? So that way you can focus on your core, your key, your one thing, as they say at Keller Williams. What is the thing that you're focusing on? If that's selling real estate, if that's helping people make one of the largest decisions that they'll ever encounter, that should be your core competency. And when it comes to those other things that may be stress points, that's what we're here for. And we really see ourselves as a way to give that, the term that we use in our office is access to justice.
Right.
And that's not just in a criminal setting, that's not just from us to our clients, but as a broker, not having that access, not having that resource, can be perilous. Right. And if you don't have somebody that, when a situation comes up, it leads to anxiety or stress, or hey, do you know somebody? And we'd love to be able to partner with you, or at least have that entry conversation as to things that we can do to help you out. And so from our direct communication with you, just from a hello to making that communication stronger, building the relationship, to clients that you have that may be facing these situations, those are all different ways that we see that we may be able to provide value and help you with your business. We'd love to do so.
Okay. And I actually mentioned something around the content. So our November newsletter is going to come out as well, and so we'll probably want to post something, maybe one of your latest, maybe blog entries or whatever, so we can kind of share with the team as well that we support. But I think you add a tremendous amount of value to the I would say the brokers that I know, including myself. So I highly recommend, if you're not connected, whether I'll put it this way, whether it's Vincent or not, I think it would be wise to strategically align yourself with somebody on the legal side, and start to build that partnership, because there's a tremendous amount of value when it comes to the real estate world and having those partnerships on the legal side of the house. But with that said, Vincent, thank you so much for coming on board. I appreciate you.
Thanks.
Everybody, we'll have Vincent's information below. If you feel free, please contact him with whatever whatever you need and whatever we've talked about today. And with that said, everybody have a great day, and we'll talk to you later on. Thanks.
All right, pleasure.